Hi everyone. So today we are going to deep dive into the understanding the Java streams internally. So our goal is to learn how to use the Java streams API effectively by comparing with the traditional for loop and understanding the internal logic via pseudocode and algorithm steps, and also relating with the real world analogies and applying it in real time automation testing scenarios. So if we consider the pseudocode style, so like which is a human readable steps, so you need to write down how to write the code in the plain English. So imagine you have a basket of names. You want to pick only those names that are longer than 3 characters. Second point, yell out like uppercase each of the picked names. And third point, so gather the final shouted names into a new list. So if we go with the traditional way, so go name by name by using loop and check the length, and if valid, shout and drop it into the result basket. While we are using the stream way, so send the basket through a conveyor belt, so which is a stream pipeline. The first filter stops the short names, and second mission shouts the each name, and final mission collects all into a new result text box. And going for the algorithm, which is like a mission readable breakdown. So if we see the steps, start with the list string of names and initialize an empty result list, and loop through the each element. Like step A, apply a condition like name dot length greater than 3, and step B, if condition true, apply transformation to uppercase, and step C, store it in the result list, and finally output the result list. So in the streams we are going to use the like a stream, create a pipeline, filter checks each name against a rule, and map changes each name, and collect gathers the output into a list. And if we see the technical analogy or a story, so imagine an airport security check for the bags. So which stream is going to act like a conveyor belt carrying the bags, which is nothing but a data, and the filter is going to act like a security scanner, removing the suspicious items like names less than 4 characters, and map equals to the labeling the bags in the bold like uppercase, and collect is going to act like a final tray where all approved and labeled bags are collected. If we consider the real-time project scenario in which is using in the automation testing use cases, so suppose you consider the e-commerce web application. So if you have a scenario, you have a CSV file with 500 test usernames, and you want to like do something like ignore any short nicknames and convert valid names to the uppercase for a database test. And using stream in the test code, in the first point, you are going to load the CSV file into the list and angular tag string of names. And second point, use the streams dot filters and map and collect to like do the operations like remove the test names less than 4 characters and convert names to uppercase for comparison with the DB. And third point, feed the transformed list into a parameterized test. So how it benefits means like it benefits with the cleaner and more readable test data transformation, and less room for the bugs than loops, and easy to scale and reuse the filters and mapping. And other automation use cases like filtering the test cases by priority and tag, like example smoke and regression. And next one is like creating the subsets of the test data, like example like high value customers. And next like generating the dynamic data, like example like transforming the user input. And next like aggregating the results, like example like a number of parsed tests and grouped by the feature. So if we consider the stream pipeline, how the its internal view will be like, it has the source and the intermediate operations and terminal operations. In the source we are going to have the list, which is the names, and the intermediate operations like filter and map, and terminal operations is a collect. So each step is a lazy until the terminal operation is hit, and think of it like as an assembling a recipe and cooking only when collect is called. And finally conclusion and summary of this streams. So stream API is like a fluent recipe of what to do with the data and make your code more expressive, and like telling a story like take this list and remove short names and shout the rest and give me the result. So ideal for the test data filtering and the transformation, and reduces the boilerplate and improves the clarity and maintenance. So replace this pattern for loops with if else logic and transformations, and with the stream chains for the cleaner and faster operations. So automation testers can focus more on the what to do and not how to do it, and use the stream pipelines for preparing the clean and filtered and the test input and output data. So if we consider the what is the written in the code, like we are going to use the packages like java.util.list, where is an list interface representing a sequence of elements used to hold the names being filtered and transformed. And coming to the next package like java.util.arraylist, resizable and implementation of the list interface, and used in the traditional method to store the results. And we are also using the java.util.arrays like a utility class, and as list method creates a fixed size list for an array input. And java.util.stream.collectors so contains two lists for collecting the stream result into a list. And we are using the classes like we named it as a stream example, and which is an user defined class and contains the main method and the two utility methods for comparison. So, and we are using the methods in the class like a public static void main or string argument, and which is an entry point of a class to run the main method and call the both traditional and stream based methods and print both results. And get filter names traditional list string names, and looks over the names and check if name is longer than 3 characters, and convert to the uppercase and add it to the result list. And get filters name stream so list string names, and uses a stream to filter and map and transform and collect the result. So finally, like we are using the Java keywords used like public static void and new return and if and for loop. And we are also using the string methods used like stream, like convert the list into a stream for processing, and filter method removes the elements that don't meet the condition, map transforms each remaining element, and collect method final operation that produces a collection example list. So this is how we are going to use all the like packages, classes, methods, keywords, and stream methods in the coding. So if we go with the code, I'm going to the code. So here it is my code, and I imported the libraries, so java.util.arrays, and we can see like array.list and arrays and list and stream.collectors. I imported the library Java libraries, and here I have my class name like stream example, and in the comments I have mentioned the main method demonstrating the filtering and transforming a list of names using both traditional for loop and stream API, and parameters like command line arguments, like we have the main method. Inside the main method we are using the list interface, where we adding the arrays dot as list, and we are storing all the strings like Alice, Bob, Charlie, David, and you. And traditional for loop approach like list string filtered names equals to get filtered name traditional names, and we are printing the output like system.out.println traditional filtered names. And we are using the stream API approach like list string and filtered name stream, and get filtered name stream names, and print out statement like system.out.println stream API and filtered names stream. So filtered names longer than 3 characters and convert them to the uppercase using a traditional for loop, and parameters like names list of the names to filter and transform, and at the rate return we are going to list of the filtered and transformed names. And we are going to write down in the like public static method like public static list string get filtered name traditional, and like a list interface like a list result equals to new java.util.arraylist, and for enhanced for loop and string name equals to names, and if name dot length is greater than 3, result dot add name to the uppercase, which return need to be result the read. And next we need to filter names longer than the 3 characters and convert them to the uppercase using the stream API. Here we use the for loop enhanced loop. Now we are going to use the stream API. Why use the stream means declarative and readable code, and concise transformation and filters in a fluent chain. And when we need to use means for any collection processing like filter, map and reduce. And how it helps in the automation testing means it's filtering the test data sets and transforming the input data for parameterized test. So at the rate parameter names, a list of the names to filter and transform, and a list of the filtered and transformation by using the stream API. So consider another method like public static list strings get filtered name stream inside like list string names parameterized, and we need to return the names dot stream. So we are using the different methods in the stream API like a stream method and filter method, map method and collect method. So now we completed the code, and now we need to go into run this code. And when I'm going to run this code in the console, now see for the both uh, for loop and stream API, we are going to get the outputs. See, so in the traditional we have like alias Charlie and David, and stream API alias Charlie and David. So here it is considered name dot length, name dot length, and also uh, it is taking like a stream API which is a name longer than 3 characters and convert them to the uppercase using the stream API. So both for the both here we are going to for the traditional for loop, and here it is for the filter names longer than the 3 characters, convert them to the using the stream API. So we are given the inputs like Alice, Bob and Charlie, and it is converted to the uppercase, and it is shown as the output which is longer than 3 characters. So these Bob and you are the less than 3 characters, exactly 3 characters, but we have asking for the greater than 3 characters. So we printed the output like Alice, Charlie and David. So you can observe in the console output, you can check it in console in traditional for enhanced loop Alice, Charlie and David, which is the greater than 3 characters, and also converted to the uppercase. So similarly from the stream API, it also done same process. It is check for the greater than the 3 characters and convert them to the uppercase using the stream API. So this is the output it is generated from this code. So this is the functionality of the code. So using for both per enhanced loop and the stream API in order to generate the outputs.